Smash inequality in sport. Fill every seat at every game and get behind the fight. Lidl, proud supporters of ladies Gaelic football.
The sun is out, and so are the captains, and so is the referee, Seamus Mulvihill. They're all smiling for the photographs before the game here at St. Rynaghs in Banagher. And that in the yellow, by the way, is Westport, in case you're just tuning in. It's Our Lady's Castleblayney in the navy, so a switch jersey for Westport in the yellow, but I do have to say they look fantastic, and especially in the sun here with the Lidl branding all over them as well. It's the Lidl All-Ireland A final for 2024, and it is Sacred Heart Westport in the yellow against Our Lady's Castleblayney in the navy. So it's Mayo against Monaghan in this A final. As I say, the sun is out. Well, they're taking a toss there. I don't think it really matters. There's no breeze out there, but the sun is over to the right as you are watching the game, and it has come out quite a lot in the last hour or two here, and the crowd is building in this stadium as the captain, that's Beth Hoban, the number 6, who played number 6 last year as well, and she'll not want to be reminded about it, but they lost the final last year to Loreto College in Navan, goal in the 58th minute, so heartbreak last year for Westport. But these are also glory days for the college. They have been in finals and semi-finals and Connacht finals for the last 3 or 4 years, but can they get over the line today and win the big one? That is the question for Sacred Heart Westport. Their manager is John Coyle, and in the management as well they have Clodagh McManaman, of course, who people will also know very well. This game is available on Facebook and YouTube, so you can watch on either, whichever suits you, and we have a link put up there on the Facebook page for the YouTube, so if you prefer to go there, you can go there. And I know a lot of people already are watching in Rynaghs pub in Clontibret, and that is supporting Tara Rynaghs, number 3 for Our Lady's Castleblayney. I hope you can still hear me above the noise here. We now have the Boron arriving with all the coloured faces down below us there, down at the front of the stand. I'm trying to get the cameraman to go down there to get a shot of them. They're just going past, and they have painted faces and all sorts of colour, and Westport on the back. And if you remember, last year we had an amazing atmosphere at this particular final in Longford when the national anthem was absolutely fired out by both sets of supporters. It was quite a tingling moment because it was absolutely superb, and everybody just took a breath after it. It was fantastic, and I'm sure we're going to get the same today, and I know that the Castleblayney school took note of that. So maybe they've been practicing a little bit like the Tyrone players, as you may have seen in the Kevin Hughes Laker Gale and TG Cahir last week, where he talked about when the players from Tyrone all learned the anthem and then they belted it out just to get that 1% or 0.5% advantage maybe. So messages coming in on the Facebook and YouTube already. Sinead Carragher says best of luck to Our Ladies. And who else? Well, we've got official Westport Camogie watching as well. You're welcome. Patricia Gibbons, best luck to the Port. And Declan McCardle, best of luck to Our Ladies. So all those messages coming in from all over the place. Where else would you be at lunchtime on a Wednesday? And would you believe, I'm going to have to tell our cameraman here, there's somebody in yellow here. I can't identify who it is, but have a look at this at the front of the stand. Well, that gets the award. I know there's a cup on offer today, but if there's a prize for the best supporter, you're looking at it. That's all part of the crack, and it's great to see it. We love to see it, and we love to see the crack that everyone brings to these games, but ultimately it is down to the actual game itself. So let's have a look at the players, because they are the ones who will be wanting to win this game. Let's have a look at the teams, and let's start with Our Ladies in Castleblayney. So there is the team. Annie Carroll from Castleblayney Falls in goals. There is Tara Rynaghs from O'Neill Shamrocks. Clontibret at 3. Up the middle, Laura Grimes is Carrick Macross. Special mention for Abby Lear at 4. She's the only one from St Bridget's. That's Ballybay and Duhamlet. 6 is Laura Grimes, as I say, from Carrick. And midfield, you have the captain, Hazel Hughes, alongside Niamh Flanagan from O'Neill Shamrocks. Now, Ellie Flanagan is at number 15. Same club, but no relation. Kiva Kelly at 11 is Maharat Clune, and her dad Eddie is the school principal and also one of the managers here, along with Kevin Nolan. And then further up the team you have 2 Anna Mullen players, that's Katie McAdam at 13 and Alison Gilliland at 14. But very strong. We saw them in the Ulster final. Midfield very good going forward. Niamh Flanagan can certainly take a score, as can Laura Grimes even from number 6, and they keep things very, very tight. They nullified Cavan in the final to finally beat them, and they have now reached their first ever A final. So that is Our Ladies Castleblayney. Now let's have a look at the opposition. Sacred Heart in Westport. And there you see their team. In goals, May Murray. Alana McDonnell is at 3. Her sister, Grace, is at number 7 from Burrishoole. Ava Carney is at 4. Beth Hoban, the captain, at 6, is the former Mayo minor captain, and she's from the Carnacon Club. Famous club, of course, from All Ireland's in the past, and players like Cora Staunton. In fact, Beth has got to play alongside Cora Staunton in recent years. Ria Cafferty and Ellie Hyland along the right-hand side, 2 and 5, are both from Westport itself, as is Sarah Mulroy at 8. In the forwards, Aoife Meany is another from Westport, as is Larissa Kelly. And in the full forward line, Christina McEvely, watch out for her, she's Westport. And then Saoirse Byrne and Lisa Hastings at number 15. 2 minutes to the anthem is the call from the man on the tannoy. And as I say, it was belted out the last time, so we're looking for it to be belted out again here. And I'm absolutely sure that it will be by all the supporters. Now, we are up in the stand with the supporters, but you can still get an idea of them on our left and our right here, and I'm sure you can hear them even if you cannot see them. And that roar is simply for the players coming over, and I see a smile on the face of Hazel Hughes. I'd say she's just determined to enjoy this day and happy to smile at little moments like that, but they want to deliver for those supporters, so they're going to focus on the game in hand. They're coming over, but as you see in the background, Westport are still warming up. Lorraine Duffy it is actually, says best of luck to our ladies. Louise Hastings, best of luck to Sacred Heart, team and management. Anne-Marie McHugh, best of luck to Blayney, especially my 2 fantastic nieces, that's Annie Carroll and the captain Hazel Hughes. Thanks for that. Declan McCardle, best of luck our ladies. And those messages all coming in on our Facebook, so thank you very much for that, and you can continue there. You can keep in touch with me throughout the game, and you can send me messages and tell me where you're watching the game from and what you think of the game, and you can even correct me if I make a mistake, if I get somebody's name wrong. Now I see that is Blayney's down to our left there, and you see how strong the sun is now, and it is away over to the right. That's Eddie Kelly talking to them down there, by the way. You're looking at Westport at the minute. They haven't gone into their huddle just yet, but we're very close to the national anthem, and I'm wondering, is Eddie telling them that we've practiced the national anthem and we're going to sing it together and we're going to be a team here? I'd say that's the message. And now the Westport girls are coming over, the whole squad coming over. The last Mayo win in this particular competition was in 1995, and it was Ballinrobe, and yes, that was the Cora Staunton team that won 3 in a row, culminating in 1995. The last Ulster winners, Loreto Cavan in 2018. And the last winners, Loreto Navan, and before that, St Mary's Middleton. Now the anthem. Huge crowds in the stand enjoying the anthem, and then now looking forward to a terrific game. The conditions couldn't be better. A slight breeze, but the sun is out. The ground a little bit soft, but that's what you'd expect this time of year, but definitely in great condition for a game like this. A good, fast, entertaining game, and that's what we're looking forward to, and that's what everybody watching is looking forward to. Like Tanya Moran, she says best of luck to Westport. Tracy Gibbons says the same. Killarney ladies say best of luck from them. Mary Madden, best of luck to Eva and Lisa from Kilmena. Fiona Kindlin says best of luck from Mahara Clune. And of course, the centre half forward, Kiva Kelly, is from that club. So all those messages coming in, and I noticed also that Fanula McLaughlin is watching as well. She was to play in this game last year. She had an injury and is now, of course, a fantastic player with the Mayo County team. Seamus Mulvihill, the referee from Kerry, about to get us underway in the sunshine. Number 14 has gone out, as you've seen. That's Alison Gilliland to midfield for the hot ball or the throw in at the start. Here we go then, the 2024 Lidl Post-Primary Schools All-Ireland A final. And it is Castleblayney in the navy who get the ball right from the start with Niamh Flanagan. And they are playing against Sacred Heart from Westport in the yellow, who immediately retreat. But this is Fern Duffy, number 12, going forward. Now back to Flanagan. I did say at the start that she likes to take a score, but she's forced back out. Someone else will have to take it on, and they're trying to get through, but the referee is blowing for over-carrying. It's a big pitch. It's going to be a long, tough day for the girls in these conditions, but they have trained hard for this game, and they will have their ways of playing, of course, but the occasion will surely get to them at times as well, and they will be carried along with that momentum. Now that ball is going to go over, and indeed Eddie Kelly has got it down below us, so it's a chance for his team with their number 2 Dervla Cawley to try and build again. This is the captain, runs up against Aoife Meany. Gilliland, well, she is staying out and around the middle of the field. Ellie Flanagan wearing 15, she's also staying well out around the middle of the field, so she's obviously a third midfielder or extra player back there, maybe a sweeper, or they call it these days a +1. That's Fern Duffy, number 12, involved again. Referee says play on. Very experienced referee. He's refereed All-Ireland senior finals. This is Katie McAdam. And you can see the pattern already. You're going to have to go round the defensive blanket, and that's exactly what she's doing. And she slips a lovely ball in there to Flanagan. Oh, great save by the goalkeeper. May Murray coming to the rescue for Sacred Heart Westport in the first couple of minutes. Well, Westport have set up defensively there, and their wall was set up to try and stop Blaney getting through, but Blaney still found a way through and nearly got the first goal of the game. So from the 45, they go back to go forward, if you like, back to Cawley. All of the players, it seems, congested in this area. With all the Westport players back, this is what I meant by teams knowing their system and settling into that. They're going to sit in there, and I did see Castleblayney doing exactly this in the Ulster final as well, and now they try to break when they get the turnover. Larissa Kelly, number 12. This is the midfielder Ava Kelly, no relation. And now it is Our Lady's Castleblayney who have sat in, and you see they are trying to congest that middle area. But the run is strong and true from Sarah Mulroy. She's going to get it again, but look at the pressure she is under there. The referee just monitoring this and seeing if they can keep this clean, and they do. They turn it over. They'll be very happy with that. The ball went over the top, but it was easily won back there, and now it's Castleblayney's turn. And Hazel Hughes, off she goes in front of the stand. She runs past Clodagh McManaman, who would be known for running and playing midfield like that for her county as well in a very impressive manner. So I'm sure she admired that. Kiva Kelly now from Maher Clune, and she looks to get the first score of the game, and it drops over the bar beautifully to give Our Lady's Castleblayney the lead. Well, her dad, the manager, and the principal of the school down below us, he's delighted because his daughter has got the school off the mark. That kick out could be Katie McAdams, but no, Ellie Highland is there and sees it over the line. Now the linesperson has given it for Castleblayney. I thought the referee had disagreed, but he hasn't. That score will go on the board in a second. It is for Castleblayney. They lead by 1-0. There's no scoreboard on the ground here, so we're going to, or there is one, but it's one of those really old ones, so I don't think anybody's working that today. Could be the second one, and there it goes. Lovely finish Well, economical, I think, is the word to describe the way that she hit that on the run there. I think it was the number 5, you know. Yes, Emma Hughes, another from Maher Athlone. And it's 2 out of 2 from Maher Athlone. And actually, there is another scoreboard. And it's actually way over on the left-hand side for the ground behind this one, I think. But they're using it here as well. So, yes, there is one. 2 points. You see it there, or you don't see it in that shot. You might see it in the next one, if the ball gets back down there. But for the moment, it's all down to our right, and that's Hazel Hughes, and she is brought to the ground unceremoniously, I think is the diplomatic word to use that. And she's right behind the pillar there in the stand, but I can tell you, if you didn't see it, it was unceremonious. Clodagh Clark watching as well, former players and stars from the school. Both schools. Just checking the messages again online. Eleni McManaman, best of luck Heidi and the girls. Kevin Moran says best of luck to Sacred Heart as well. Now, Niamh Flanagan, she thought about it, and when she looks to give it back, she actually just gives it straight to Alana McDonald and gives it to Westport, so they have a chance to break with all the Castleblayney girls having to get back, and that's exactly what they do, and Flanagan makes up for her mistake. So 2 points to 0 for Castleblayney. Early doors, but they are doing all the pressing, and Westport haven't actually had a kick at goal yet. 6 minutes in. Kelly gives it to Cawley, I think that is, over on the left-hand side. Indeed it is. They work it to Fern Duffy. There's a room here for another one from Hughes, another special. This is McAdam, and this is Our Ladies being very patient. Only 2 scorers so far, and both from the Maher Athlone club. I'm sure Fiona Kindlin enjoyed that one. She's watching. Fern Duffy from Latin, and this could be a third one, and indeed it is. And it's Niamh Flanagan from O'Neill Shamrocks Clontibret. It's 3-0 for the girls from Monaghan. Nicely taken. Well, you can have your blanket defences, but they're finding ways to get through. Now the kick out. They do manage to get possession this time, do they, Westport? I think Grace McDonald has got it. She has, under serious pressure. But getting possession obviously so important from the kick-outs, and they've managed to do it, but then they need to get out. They've managed to negotiate that part of it as well, but finding it tough going early on. Our Ladies, or rather Sacred Heart from Westport. They get over halfway, but it's been a job just to get over halfway. And look at the amount of players back, and that's Dervla Cawley reading the play well and sweeping and sending a very intelligent ball that just is carried a little bit by the wind, I think. Just a little bit too far. Sacred Heart Westport in the yellow with Sarah Mulroy trying to work their way through, work a little bit of magic. Aoife Meany is there. She's going to get support from Ellie Hyland, but decides to go the other way, and then it's going to be turned over, I think, and it is. Our Ladies Castleblayney have so many players back there, about 10, 11 players back, and they've done their job. That's Gilliland to Edel Murray, another of the Castleblayney Falls contingent. Now they just slow it up, keep possession, and they can afford to do that. They're 3 points to 0 up. Now they inject a little bit of pace. They go for the quick give and go. Oh, and that's beautifully worked, and it's back to Kiva Kelly. Oh, that's superb. If it goes over, oh no, it's just gone to the right. Very unlucky, but swift hands through there, nearly unlocking the blanket defence. Molly Yasmin says, come on the girls. That's on the Facebook messages that I'm keeping an eye on, as that kick out goes short, and that's better movement from the defence, helping out the goalkeeper, and they do get possession again from the kick out. But here comes the press from Flanagan. That was Eva Carney, and she gets pushed to the ground, but the referee says, I'm giving you advantage, play on, and it is good advantage. Ria Cafferty is number 2, 11 is Aoife Meany. And Westport trying to work their way up the field. Eva Kelly. And they're trying to find a way. Highland available again on this side, and she's available because the wing backs are left because their markers drop so deep and then come out to meet them. So it looks like they're free, but they're still a long way from goal. You still need what we saw a minute ago to unlock defences. You need to move the ball swiftly, find someone in space, and then take a shot quickly. And that's exactly what they've done. Oh, you know, I thought that was going to drop in, but it dropped over the bar, or did it? The referee has his hand up, and not quite sure what he's doing, but he is calling something here, the referee. He's calling a player. Yeah, and I think I know what it is. It's for the little push at the very start of that move. That's good, sensible refereeing by Seamus Mulvihill. And he has a word with Alison Gilliland and says, I saw what you did there. I let it go because I give them advantage, and that worked out really well for Westport, and the player got a tick as well. Now, how many players in there in Navy? 3-4 for Castleblayney. No wonder they won the ball. This is Kelly. 3 points to 1 for Our Ladies Castleblayney. Kelly again. And they do this slow, fast build up, but the referee says no need. Little tug in there, and it's going to be a free. And Flanagan might fancy this from this kind of distance, maybe with a little bit of breeze behind her to get over the bar. Darren Gately says best of luck, Our Ladies, and Tara Riley. And Molly Yasmin, I mentioned her, didn't mention what school she's supporting. She is supporting Our Ladies SS. It's a secondary school, Castleblayney. Hughes, you saw what she was trying to do to try and get that in and maybe curl it in, but she was under a lot of pressure from this girl who did really well. And that is the midfielder, Ava Kelly. Westport's just starting to get into their groove a little bit. Finding a little bit of room. Getting their tackles in. And that point maybe just settled them a little bit. And all the way back there, that's Lisa Hastings, wearing number 15, but very deep in defence. Ciara O'Connor says best of luck to Our Ladies as well. Gavin Duffy, best of luck to Fern Duffy on behalf of Latin GAA. Here come Westport in the yellow with the sun on their backs. And that's why the goalkeeper for Castleblayney has a cap on her head to try and protect from the sun. And there was a very obvious pull in there, which the referee saw. Again, this referee will miss nothing. He hasn't refereed All-Ireland Senior Finals for nothing. And it was actually the number 6 who got penalised there, Laura Grimes. This is 10. This is Hannah Sheehy. And she decides not to go for it. Bit of a distance out. So they'll try and work it in instead. Well, she looks to have a good kick in her and connects quite well, but doesn't get the distance. Tommy Loughran says best of luck to Westport and Lonergan. Come on, Sacred Heart, Westport. He says believe. That's the message. Now let's have a look at these kickouts. Where's she going with it? This is Annie Carroll from Castleblayney Foss. She doesn't know where to go because most of it is clogged up, and indeed there comes a great challenge, and that's very intelligent play because there was 3 girls in Navy, and the knockdown was from Ava Carney, number 4, and that's why Westport have got the possession from this kick out, and now they get a free as well, and the frees are starting to mount up, and the referee is taking note. Hannah Sheehy coming over again to take it. And thank you to Aaron on Facebook, who's told us that Dervla-Colley, by the way, is Emmyvale, another famous club in Monaghan. So good to mention them. That is going to drop in, and they need to watch this with the sun on the rise. It could end up in the goal. Oh, how did it not? It looks sure to go in the goal from that range. But you know, it might have something to do with that goal mouth there that is a bit tricky. It's one of those hard goal mouths that's not grass in there, and she just gets on her left but just doesn't connect. A lot of pressure on her with 2 or 3 players coming on her, and it goes wide to the left, but an opportunity for Westport, and it came from winning the kick out, but they're not going to win this one because this is Colley from Emmyvale. 3 points to 1 then, coming up to the end of the first quarter. And it's Our Ladies Castleblayney playing into the sun. Oh, and that's been turned over. Aoife Meany does really well, but no, referee lets it go because Laura Grimes has won it back. She's from Carrick Macross in County Monaghan. This is Monaghan against Mayo. Fern Duffy from the Latin Club in Monaghan. forced to go back out. Support from Katie McAdam. She's from Anna Mullen. But Westport have turned it over, and after conceding the first 3 points, they've really settled. Westport got into their groove, and they've got a point, and they're turning over Castleblayney a lot easier than they were before that. This is Sheehy. She goes for the crossfield to Larissa Kelly. In lots of room, and you can see off camera maybe Castleblayney dropping back, but not quite as energetically as they did before. It's tough going out there, I'd say, with the nerves and the sun and everything else, and what's been asked of them, and that is get back, get forward. This is Laura Grimes in the right place at the right time, and she lets the ball do the work this time, but that's superb defending by Alana McDonald to get out in front. She read that beautifully. Got in front of the forward, and Westport again go forward because of that. Nice hand in, but referee says play on. This is Larissa Kelly. Just plays it back to Ava Kelly, no relation. Ellie Highland. Actually, that was Ava Kelly. And then the shot comes in, but it's gone to the right, and it's gone high and wide. Remains 3-1. Ironic cheers from the girls from Monaghan. They're just to my right, and they've got their ties like bandanas around their heads, and they've got their faces painted, of course, for the occasion. Annie Carroll goes short, gets a 1-2, and feeds it to Cawley. This is Lucy Carey. Emma Hughes. Gilliland. Well, she started in midfield, and she's still in midfield. Way up in the forwards, Niamh Flanagan is playing full forward, and she's been asking for the ball, but here comes Hazel Hughes carrying it all the way up to her. She was asking for it to be kicked in, but it was delivered on a plate, and now Katie McAdam goes for it. And has she got it? Oh, it might end up in the net, and it does. Oh, unlucky for the goalkeeper. She just lost the flight of the ball, and I'm pretty sure Katie was going for a point, but she will take that all day long. First goal in the Lidl All-Ireland A final goes to Castleblayney. 1-3 to a point, just as Westport had worked their way back into the game. They now find themselves 5 down. Just the one score, but they had been growing in confidence, and they've been playing good football, and they were trying to play good football again, but that was Tara Rynaghs. They'll have enjoyed that in Rynaghs pub. They're watching up in Clontibret. O'Neill Shamrocks proud of Tara Rynaghs, and that's both full-backs now getting out in front and doing some great defensive work. This is Ellie Flanagan, also from O'Neill Shamrocks. Laura Grimes under pressure, but Cawley comes to help out, and she will get a free. Well, that's liven things up. Oh, I see the nasty scammers coming on. Please don't. It's free. Don't pay for it. It's been made available by the LGFA, free to view on both YouTube and Facebook, as is the other game today and one on Monday. So the 3 senior finals all been made available free to view. Isn't it fantastic to be able to do that? Last year we broadcast the A final as well from Longford, and that was Loretto and Navan beating today's team in the final, Sacred Heart Westport. And we broadcast the previous year from Bruff, and that was a victory for St Mary's Middleton. And you might remember Dara Canary, I think was the captain. She is now a regular in the court team. So these girls been given a platform to show their skills, and it's fantastic to be able to broadcast the games. This could be a second point for Westport for that. You saw the foul, and you see the referee ticking. Sheehy. She'll have to judge this one now with the wind. Distance won't be a problem. It's more the direction and judging that one. I think she's playing directly into where the wind is coming from. And she gives it enough, does she? She does. 2 points on the board for Sacred Heart Westport. That'll settle them a little bit after the shock of the goal at the other end. Darren Gately tells me Katie McAdam is actually from Drumhoan. Well, I did check with the backroom management before the game, and they told me Anna Mullen, same as Alison Gilliland, but I'll take your word for it now. Thank you for that. Veronica McGinn says best of luck to our ladies from Aentus Childcare. Good to have you watching. This is Hazel Hughes driving her team forward. That's great inspirational leadership. This is Katie McAdam from Drumhowen. And that's been pickpocketed really well by the Westport defence, who, apart from that fortunate goal, they seem to have got the number of the Castleblayney forwards at this point. And there's lots of support off the shoulder. This is good from Lisa Hastings. Now they let the ball go in. There's 2 players there against 1, maybe 3, and the Westport girl outnumbered. And it's Castleblayney who come away with it again with Cara Rynaghs. Hughes. Lots of yellow shirts back in defence, not many navy. In fact, she's going to run down into that corner, but it's a bit of a cul-de-sac. There's nobody else there in a navy jersey, so she has to come back. And look who stayed up there. It's a fullback. It's Rynaghs. Back to Grimes. Now Rynaghs goes back to her position and says, let's see if the forwards can sort this out. I've done my bit at the back to supply them with the ball. Kiva Kelly now. She can't find a way through, and the referee actually says free out. Maybe it was a hand up from the forwards, or is he giving a free in? Not sure what he's indicating here. I think it is a free out. Yeah, it is. More scammers trying to get in the act there, but please ignore them. Still don't understand why Facebook haven't figured out a way of stopping that kind of thing after all these years. They're a nuisance. 21, nearly 22 minutes gone here in St. Rynaghs in Banagher. Hurling club, but very much ladies football today. Larissa Kelly from Westport itself for Sacred Heart Westport. On that left foot. Tries to play it in there for McEvely, but well watched. And it's a pattern that you see on both sides where the defenders are outnumbering the forwards and they're winning most of the ball that comes in, and that's why there's a bit of a stalemate at times. Our ladies Castleblayney found ways through in the first 10 minutes or so. Since then they've only had the 1 score, and it was a fortunate one, but a great one for them. It was a goal. This is Grimes now in the forwards, and she's found a way through, and that should be over on that terrific play. The girl from Carrick takes the ball up here, and off she goes. Catch me if you can. Never mind how many there are of you. And off the front, off the foot, a good punt kick, I think that is described as. And that's another score for Blaney. 1-4 now to 2, and they keep that, or restore that 5-point lead. But this is Larissa Kelly. Wants to get on that left foot all the time, and you can see why. It's a wand of a left foot. Nice little tap in to Christina McEvely. It's Kelly again. Comes all the way back out to Ellie Highland. And all but 2 of the Castleblayney players are inside their 45 now. They've drifted back. They have a lead, and they're determined to hold on to it. It's worth 5 points, and that is easy for Alison Gilliland. Westport have been guilty of giving that ball away quite a lot. They're not quite as patient as they need to be against that kind of defence. We saw Castleblayney play this way in the Ulster final, and it worked a treat. And when you have players who can go forward like that, you can afford to do it. And you saw what she was trying to do there. She was trying to get it up to Niamh Flanagan, and Niamh Flanagan has been playing in a very advanced role. I'm not sure if that's tactical or injury. She looks to be moving okay, so it must be a tactical thing. I did say before the start that she's very capable of taking scores, but I think she's only got the 1 so far, and the service on that occasion wasn't quite 100%. It was close, and you could see what she was trying to do, but didn't quite get there. Larissa Kelly gives it to Aoife Meany now as they try at the other end, and there's an interesting ball over the top. There's a goal chance here, you know, for Kelly, but she's held up, and the referee says that was a fair challenge. And the Our Ladies Castleblayney defence did their job. I think it might have been Lisa Hastings who's on the ball now. Meany. And she's met with a firm challenge. The referee has given a free to Westport there, and he indicates what it was for. Marisa Kelly. As I said a minute ago, and there's been a few examples since, defences on top. But now Westport trying to find a way through. Takes a little bit of creativity, out of the box thinking, isn't that what they say, or blue sky thinking. This is Grace McDonald who puts it in there, but see, every time the ball goes in, the forwards are faced with 6, look how many blue jerseys there, but she's still going. And there's no way you can get through them all. And in the end, the ball goes over the line, and the player goes over the line with a little bit of help as well from her opponent. And it comes out for a 45. That was a determined run from Hannah Sheehy, I think it was. No, actually it is a kick out. And Hughes has it, supported by Emma Hughes. No relation, different club. Edel Murphy. Now this bit's good from Castleblayney, but what are the options now? They've so many players back. They don't have enough forward. Edel Murphy's there and Katie McAdam is there, but they're having to hold it up a little bit. Flanagan has now come out to meet it, as you see there, just running past the play, trying to get the ball, but the ball is not coming in, so they have to run it in, and Kelly has done that. But again, where's the support? She has to go wide and does that. So scores hard to come by. Just to 7 scores in 27 minutes. Free in for Castleblayney. This will drop in and around. I don't think it'll have the distance, or will it? Oh, it hits the post. It did have the distance, but not quite the accuracy. That was close, but remains 1-4-2 coming up to half time. And you see it again, just the outside of the post there. Good kick out again, and so important for Westport to get possession from that kick out, and they've got it. You've only got the 2 points in this half. If there is a bit of a wind, they're playing into it, but they're up against a packed Castleblayney defence, and they're up against a packed Castleblayney midfield, as Sarah Mulroy just found out. Now, their kick passing hasn't always been accurate at Westport, and it really needs to be when there's so many defenders back. And you see there Meany trying to go through the blanket defence. Sheehy. Now they try again, and that's Beth Hoban, the captain, trying to do it. She's trying to find a way through, but the options limited, and that's a good hand in, a good strong hand by Fern Duffy, forcing Hoban to go back. This is Larissa Kelly, and the challenge coming in on her. And you see the defensive setup there. Lots of Navy jerseys back, and players just marking space, making it very difficult. And you have to say they did it in the Ulster final that we also live streamed, and they've turned this ball over again, and they kept Loretto Cavan down on the scoreboard, and it's working again because the opposition today, Westport, have only scored 2 points, and they've been frustrated a lot in there. Castleblayney playing into the sun, which is behind the goals to the right hand side. This is Edel Murphy. Grimes, Hazel Hughes, that familiar strong running style, very direct. They have to come back out. Grimes, she fancies it, but it's brilliantly blocked down and bravely blocked down as well. And that's a girl with the green gloves who got one of those or two of those green gloves to it. I think it's Sarah Mulroy, is it, who's just watched that? But no, it's actually Aoife Meany, to give her the credit for that block. Now I'm getting clarification on Katie McAdam. Dylan says she plays for Aughnamullen. Drumhoan have no ladies team, as does Tara Riley. Well, that explains it. So I was told before the game she plays for Aughnamullen, but she's from Drumhoan. That clears it up. Thank you for that. And now, of course, Drumhoan, the message is get yourself a ladies team. That's Cawley. She's from Emmy Vale. They definitely have a ladies team. But that has gone well to the left and well wide. Laura Kiernan on the Facebook chat wants to know the score. It's 1-4-2 points. Coming up to half time. Oh, and that's intercepted. That is the Katie McAdam in question. She gives it to Hazel Hughes, and off goes Hazel, trying to get a score before half-time to stretch that lead a little bit. We're in the last 20 seconds of normal time. And that comes in from the girl who's already scored 1 point, and it goes harmlessly in the end wide from Emma Hughes. But you could understand the keeper looking at it a bit nervously, especially with that goal mouth area, which is not grass. So the ball bounced rather firmly there, but they survive on this occasion. Not on the occasion of the goal. The main incident in the first half was very unfortunate for Westport. But our ladies Castleblayney, as we hit half time, just 10 seconds played extra. A very entertaining first half enjoyed by the big crowd here. And it's our ladies Castleblayney 1-4. And it's Westport only the 2 points, and this is the goal. And you see it went high and just dropped in off the post from Katie McAdam. And that, the big difference between the teams at half time in the sunshine here at St. Rynaghs in Banagher. Just checking the Facebook messages and that everything's okay there, and indeed it seems to be. The crowd still singing. They sound like they're going to keep singing right through half time. They're enjoying themselves here, and why not? But I think the referee will go off for a bit of a break, and his officials, and we will take a break as well. I'm just looking around me to see what I can see. There's Clodagh McManaman down there. She's going to have a word, I'm sure, at half time, and they're going to try and figure out a way, Westport, that they can unlock the strong Castleblayney defence. Very defensive in the Ulster final, but it got them past Loretto Cavan for the first time in a long time. Castleblayney beat them, and the girls from Cavan were going for a 5 in a row. That stopped that, and now, for the first time ever, Castleblayney are in the final, and their tactics are working. They lead 1-4-2 at half time, and there you see Westport going in, and now all the players are going in, so we're going to take a break now as well. We'll be back for the second half in about 5 or 6 minutes time. Well, the referee's out there, but no sign of any teams yet for the second half. Oh, I see Eddie Kelly, the principal from Our Lady's Castleblayney, and management along with Kevin Nolan. He's come out, but no players just yet. So Seamus Mulvihill, the referee from Kerry, who's refereed All-Ireland Senior Finals in Croke Park. Today refereeing the Lidl All-Ireland Post-Primary Schools Senior A Final for 2024 here at sunny St. Rynaghs in Banagher. Eddie's team lead at half-time. He's smiling and he looks relaxed. His game plan is working perfectly, very defensive and getting up to get scores. They took a 3-0 lead and they got a very fortunate goal, but they have the scores on the boards. It's 1-4-2, and as you can hear, the girls in blue have appeared for the second half from Our Lady's Castleblayney. Patricia Duffy on the Facebook chat says, well done Our Ladies on the first half, keep it up, you've got this. Karen Clark says, come on Westport, as does Laura Feeney, good luck to them. Sinead O'Hora Tierney, best of luck Hazel Hughes and team from all in the Holy Family School, Coot Hill. I also see, by the way, at the game today, a few famous Monaghan senior county players in the crowd. Laura McEnany is here. And now the girls in yellow appear. They usually wear navy as well, but today Sacred Heart Westport are in yellow. Good colour in the sun. And Seamus now joined by the players. Let's see if there's any changes for the second half. It's not so much about personnel these days, it's about tactics, and it's hard, I'm sure, for Our Lady's Castleblayney to try and find a way through. They've only scored the 2 points in 30 minutes of action in the first half. Therein is the challenge for the girls in yellow in the second half. Can they do better? They're actually playing into the sun, which is behind the goals that they are kicking into in this half. A little bit easier then maybe for the opposition. A little bit of a breeze if there is. Actually, I'm just looking at the flag on the far side and there's no breeze at the minute at all. There is one change. I saw a board go up there. 20 for 14. Not sure what team, but I'll check that out for you in a second. I'd imagine it's the Westport girls who've made that one change. But it's Castleblayney looking to get through for a score, and referee says free in, and he indicates a touch in the shoulder. And it's going to be a free in, and Eddie Kelly below us going along to some of the people in the crowd, and he's even taken time to give a big hug as well. He's really enjoying this occasion, and I'm sure that is filtering through to the players. They're enjoying it as well, and Niamh Flanagan now is preparing to take this kick, and the flag behind her just lifting a little bit, but no real wind, I think, of significance. Maybe we'll see how this kick goes. This would be directly into any wind that's there. Now, has that got the distance? It hasn't. And that's always one of those that can just spill, but it's dealt with. But yeah, maybe the wind is a little bit stronger, or maybe she just didn't connect properly. But an opportunity not taken there by Castleblayney. Well reached by Flanagan. And a pull back there by Flanagan as she went to try and get the ball at the second attempt from Grace McDonald, and the referee has ticked her and let her know about that as well. The referee's going to move this up. Larissa Kelly. No way forward, and indeed that is the problem for her team. In fact, every player from Castleblayney is behind the ball, or was until that. Now there's only two of them behind the ball. This is Ria Cafferkey from the Westport club. Trying to look up ahead to see any movement and see what changes have been made, and there are two players up there for Sacred Heart Westport in the full forward area, and they have four players around them, and everywhere they go they're being followed very closely. And indeed it is Chloe Chambers, number 4 or number 20 for Sacred Heart Westport, who is in for the second half in place of Saoirse Byrne, number 14. So Chloe Chambers Ellie Highland now from the Westport club. Gives it in. And again, no way through, but she does get a free on this occasion. Actually, just checking the programme again, it's not Chloe Chambers, she's 19. 20 is Ava Palaz. Ava Palaz, A-V-A, and then P-A-L-A-S-Z. Palash. Ava Palash is in. That one's put over the bar by Hannah Sheehy. Third point for Westport, and the first point of the second half. Looks a lot better on the scoreboard for them. 4 points down now. Oh, and that's well taken by Alison Gilliland, wearing 14, but she started the game in midfield, and she really does play all over the field, as you saw there. And they've worked this beautifully. In behind here, quick hands and inventive play, and there might even be a chance for a score here because she's still going, and it's Kiva Kelly. Now she's forced to come back, but she has got a free in. The referee had given her advantage, and she'll be quite happy with that. That's a really good response from the girls from Monaghan to the point at the other end. They cut through them right up the middle. Flanagan, not for the first time, walking along with the ball just in one hand. Now, she missed the last one, didn't give it enough. It was out to the right, this one's in the middle, and the wind is definitely picked up, as I see from the flag on the far side, so she's going to have to give us a lot of welly. May lose accuracy from it, and does. Martina Burns says, shouting from Castleblayney. Laura Feeney says, come on, Westport, and as does Pat Staunton. Marie Brady says, Laura Grimes, keep it going from your club. Carrick, that's Carrick Macross. This message is all coming in on the Facebook. Thanks for that. Big crowd now watching this game in the second half of the final. Both number 2s involved there. Rhea Cafferty in the yellow, Dervla Cawley in the navy. This is Lucy, or rather Grace McDonald, the number 7 for Westport. She carries it forward. Her sister is at number 3, Christina McEvely. She's been quiet today, but I think any forward would be quiet with so many defenders around them in there. So hard to get an opportunity, and again they're just swallowed up, and the referee's going to hop this one. Grimes against Mulroy. Grimes wins it and gets the free. So again, low scoring second half. 1-4-3, just the 1 point in nearly 6 minutes. Castleblayney have it, a couple of chances from frees. Now they come forward with Abby Lear. She's from Duhamlet in County Monaghan. She gets the ball at the second time of asking. This is Kelly. Kelly faced up by another Kelly. Kelly against Kelly, but this is Flanagan now. Niamh Flanagan on her left foot this time, and she's really annoyed with herself for that one. And she's actually kicked 2 wides and 1 short as well in this half. Don't mean to be harsh on her, but that's the facts. Tricky freeze, and a very tricky one there from play, to be fair. Westport, though, have closed the gap in this half, and if they can get another score now, and particularly from this, a fantastic, powerful, driving, direct run by Sarah Mulroy, and she wins a free. They will reduce the gap to 3, and they just grow in confidence a little bit, maybe. Meany takes it to go back to her captain, Beth Hoban. Our ladies, Castleblayney, have all but 1 player behind the ball. Every single player you see lined up there, no way through. Grace McDonald. She's got Sheehy ahead of her, and she's trying to go through the forest of players, but is dispossessed. And what way is it going? I think the umpire is signaling. No, he's gone wide. Wide ball. Thought the way he was walking over that was going to be a 45, but wide ball. And the referee now allowing a substitution. And it's another one for Sacred Heart. Paul Rutledge says keep it up in the second half, our ladies. Plenty of support coming in for both teams still. Over 300 devices now tuned into this game at lunchtime on a Wednesday. Is there nobody working in the country? Maybe it's all in the staff rooms at lunchtime. So a sub on, another sub on. It's number 19, and it is Chloe Chambers this time. See, I knew she was coming on. She's up in the forwards, and she's running and looking for the ball, but that run has been covered now. And instead of just putting it in there, they're going to work it in. This is better from Westport. The shot from distance, but she's not happy with it, and it's just gone to the left, and it's gone wide. I think it was Mulroy. Remains a 4-point game at just a 1 point now in over 8 minutes of the second half. Scores are going to be hard to come by for Westport. That's Cawley getting it short. Goalkeeper doing well. Annie Carroll. Very obvious tug in the jersey with the referee signalling, as you can see, to give advantage. Good advantage as well. When it's played well, it's a fantastic rule, isn't it? Hazel Hughes. Katie McAdam, who got that goal in the first half. Edel Murphy now. Back to McAdam. To Grimes. Well, this Monaghan school have taken so long to come out of the shadows of Loretto Cavan, but they are doing Ulster proud here today, aren't they? Leading this final and playing extremely well. And even when the ball looks like going astray, they rescue it, as you've just seen with Cawley. Haven't scored yet in the second half, though. Here comes Cawley with another speculative effort, but this time the keeper watches it go tamely wide. And Castleblayney, despite that lead and despite seemingly in control of the game, still have not scored in the second half in nearly 10 minutes of that half. Oh, well taken on the break by Sheehy from Lear. Larissa Kelly. No options up ahead, so she goes short, and that's the sub Chambers, but she's dispossessed. Breaks down. Hughes. Off she goes in another gallivanting run, which she does so often. Catch me if you can. We can't get anywhere near her. Now they bring players over, but it's a brilliant pass. She released it at exactly the right time, and a collision with the goalkeeper, and the referee is indicating, and he said it's a head injury, so he's holding up the play, and we haven't seen what the decision is yet, but it was a free in, I think he's saying now, and indeed it is. So it's a free in, not inside the area, so he wanted to check where the collision was exactly. And the Castleblayney supporters, I think, were baying for a penalty, but the keeper is inside the area, but I think she was carried inside the area from the challenge. So it's a free in. But a really good run by Hughes. And this surely will be Our Ladies Castleblayney's first score of the second half. On the Facebook, Olive Hennihan, come on, Our Ladies, she says. Well over 300 devices now tuned in to this game, which is being made available free from the LJFA, free to view. And the referee is sending Eddie to the line. The principal has been ticked off. He gives him the thumbs up and says, yes, I'll behave, I'll be a better boy. Now, Kiva Kelly, his daughter, after all that. Has she got the first score of the second half, surely? And she has, and they deserve that. And they have Hazel Hughes to thank for that, for her brilliant run. And that has led to Castleblayney restoring their 5-point lead. 1-5 plays 3. Westport, 2 points in the first half, 1 point in 12 minutes of the second half, and therein lies the problem for them. Not enough scores. They just can't get past this tight, well organized and well marshaled and heavily numbered defense. 14 players behind the ball. They will try to have what they hold. Beth Hoban comes up to try and make a run, to try and create something. Larissa Kelly now, she's got a great left foot, but she even doesn't fancy it from there, and it's been turned over, and it's the fullback, Para Rynaghs, And now when they get the turnover, they go at pace, but she's on her own. She's all on her own, Katie McAdam. She needs help, but she does brilliantly, and that's a fabulous ball as well. Oh, and it doesn't stick though. And there's the sub, Chambers, coming out to meet this one now. What can she do? She's met by Abby Lear. This is Meany. What are the options? Can they get a score, Westport? They are forced to go sideways to Grace McDonald. She's going to play it into the corner, but they're just playing around the edges, and that doesn't stick. And it's more frustration for the school from Mayo. Kiva Tracy, come on Westport, on the Facebook again. We have a substitute being lined up for Our Lady's Castleblayney to come on in a minute or two. We'll go back to the play, and they just give it back to the goalkeeper, Edel Murphy, giving it back to Carroll, and they get possession from the kick out, and they have a free as well. So the sub, if it's going to be made, she's actually disappeared. Where's she gone? Maybe they've changed their mind. But they were lining up number 25, Castleblayney, and that would be Macy Traynor. Edel Murphy. We're just going to come back now to Emma Hughes. Hazel Hughes from Emma Hughes. And back to Emma Hughes. It's a good ball into space, and Flanagan is there because Westport now have dropped off. And they've gone player to player, and one sweeper in there as well. And the referee has given that free to Castleblayney. Tracy has reappeared, so looks like she will come on in the next minute or so. And Castleblayney just drawing Westport out a little bit. Now here comes Grimes. Nicely tapped down for Edel Murphy. To Kelly. They've definitely found ways to unlock the Westport defence. Their first 3 points were very good that way, and they found another way, and McAdam has just walked through. Well, it's so clever when you think about it. Just a little change of direction, a little drop of the shoulder, a little shimmy. They find a pocket of space, and McAdam, who got the goal, has now added a point. And Our Lady's Castleblayney lead by 6. And that kick is a rather tired-looking kick, aimed up the middle, but aimless really, because it was tapped down easily by Rynaghs. Just tells me that Westport are running out of ideas and energy at this point. And it's very early to be just playing the ball around, but that's exactly what Our Lady's Castleblayney are doing. They're finding loads of room as well. Tough times for Westport, but they are sitting with actually 3 players not marking anyone inside their own 45, so they're not exactly coming out. They're sitting very deep as well. And now the run comes, but well, one of those players who was in there was Ava Carney, and she got the ball. Now this is Alana McDonald. Now they have a chance to move quickly, but can they get it up the pitch? That's a great ball actually, and Hoban is there. Now there's a bit of an opportunity. If they can move it, but look at the pressure that's being exerted there. I think that was Hughes. And it's going to be a free, but the ball is also going to be held up, and play is going to be held up. And that will suit the team from Castleblayney. Just checking all the time on the comments in the Facebook to see if everything's okay and you're all enjoying the game. And what the comments are like. Plenty of comments coming in and plenty of viewers as well. Geraldine McAdams says, well done, Katie. Take it you're a relation. Did you see her goal in the first half? More scammers coming on. We'll delete those, don't worry. Oh, and there's an ambulance on the pitch. Well, we weren't sure about driving onto the pitch at the far side, but I'm sure he's got 4-wheel drive and he's right on there. Not sure if he's absolutely necessary, but he must have been called. No, he's not, which is good news. It's a cheer from the crowd for his efforts all the same. Nuala O'Reilly-Bennett says, come on, Blaney. And Ciara Walsh watching in London. And Davina Maran Holland says, Our Ladies Abu. So all those messages coming in, and you can certainly tell that Our Ladies Castleblayney supporters are in a happier position at the minute. They're anticipating victory here, and why not with this very talented team. They're playing terrific football, and off they go again. Dervla Cawley. Niamh Flanagan gives it back to Cawley, and off she goes. Nobody meeting her, so she just walks on ahead, and here comes McAdam again, looking for another, but that one's gone to the right. Remains a 6-point game. 18.5 minutes into the second half. And Westport have just scored the 1 point in this half. Here comes Traynor. Macy Traynor, number 25, is in the play and replaces Abby Lear, the number 4. You see her wearing black shorts, actually not the same colour as everyone else, with a yellow down the side. I take it that's from her club St Bridget's, which is a amalgamation of Ballybay and Do Hamlet. Here's a chance. Chloe Chambers now. All of a sudden that ball has gone all the way through, and she does well to get through. Well, they really need a goal. Oh, she's played the ball in between, and that's so unlucky. And Macy Traynor, who's just in the play, in the right place at the right time, because either side of her, and there was a goal on there for Westport, which would really have livened things up. They might still get a goal chance. Here they come again. And there is a chance for Chambers. Oh, she shoots early and shoots quickly and shoots wide. Here is the effort from a minute ago. And look, oh, there was a player either side. That was so unfortunate. It was the right idea, but just overhit or underhit. Castleblayney have a player down getting treatment, but the play goes on as it's not a head injury. So they have 14 available to get the ball at the minute. We're now into the last 10 minutes. Castleblayney still going strong. They lead the second half 2 points to 1, so very low scoring second half. This is Cawley wearing 2, but up in the other half most of the time. Loads of room here for the captain. Off she goes and just somehow manages to deliver it. She was fouled, and there's another foul on Traynor. And the girls in blue are lining up another substitute, and it's the number 23 this time, Ellie Devlin. Now there will be a Player of the Match awards. It's not too far away now. I wonder who you think. Feel free to leave a message on the Facebook comments there to tell us who you think would be your contender, as this kick comes in from Kelly and she measures it perfectly. And the daughter of the principal and one of the team managers delivers with a score that makes it 1-7-3 and gives a 7-point lead to the girls from Ulster. Good high long kick out, but it's easily taken. Again, Kelly has it. The girl who just scored and delivers a ball into McAdam that was nearly perfect. Good delivery this time for Westport. Oh, and Hoban unable to pick that one up. And it's going to be a free for the team that are in the lead. And Westport look tired at the minute. Just wonder if they'd taken that goal chance a few minutes ago. Now here comes Ellie Devlin. So 23 is on for Our Ladies Castleblayney, and 25. Traynor is 25. And the player who has come off is number 10. That's Edel Murphy. Good work at the back, and well delivered as well to Hannah Sheehy. This is the sort of play exactly that Westport need. Maybe they're not finished. Don't write them off just yet, but that ball is broken and the referee says that was a legal challenge, but the follow-up wasn't, so it's going to be a free out. And again, it just breaks down for Westport. They just haven't been able to find a way through this Castleblayney defence. Darren Gately, who was on earlier with some good information for me, says, come on, our ladies. He's watching from Ballymun. Cahill Walsh. He said it's Tommy Ross watching from Attractus. Now this is Trainer, the substitute. She made an impact at the other end. Now she's trying to get a score at this end, and there's a chance here for McAdam, and she's played a beautiful ball through, but the referee has brought it back. The crowd not happy with that. I think he'd already given the advantage. And it's going to be a free in. And Kelly put one over from almost the same spot a minute ago, but it just sneaked over. So she'll have to give this one a little bit more. And she does give it a bit more, but it's gone to the left this time. Substitute coming on for Westport now for the last 6 minutes of the game. And it's the number 17. And that number 17 is Heidi O'Malley. So she is replacing the number 2, Rhea Cafferty, and there's another sub being lined up for Westport, but let's see what happens with this move before she gets into the play. This is Larissa Kelly taking it after good work by Sarah Mulroy. Hugging the jersey, says the ref. Lisa Hastings looking to take it quickly, but no options forward. How many times have they been forced to kick it backwards? Nearly into the last 5 minutes now. Ava Kelly doing it all herself. She needs help. They need a little bit of inventiveness in there, but they just seem to run into cul-de-sacs where, as at the other end, Castleblayney, they attack in 2s and 3s, and they always find a little option for getting through some way, but this is all individual work and then going sideways. And they end up going all the way out to Alana McDonald, and there's just no way through, and then inevitably the big kick comes in, and it comes in from Carney, and she did that very late in the final last year too, and that's a great score. Is their life still in Westport? Gets it back to a 6-point game. So the sub on for Westport now is 25. That's Amy Carney. And she's come on for, was it 13? It is 13, Christina McEvely. One 7 plays 4. And now it means that Westport have scored 2 points in each half. But they found it tough going against this well-organised Castleblayney team, as did Loretto Cavan in the Ulster final. They have a serious defensive strategy, and then they have runners in the midfield like Hazel Hughes, and they've great finishers like Niamh Flanagan, and forwards like Katie McAdam to finish the job, and Kiva Kelly and Laura Grimes very strong up the middle. And that kick is just drifting to the right and wide. And it had a bit of a resigned look and a resigned reaction to it. Six points in it with only 3.5 minutes to go. Westport lining up Maeve Tunney to come on. And there's one of the subs for Castleblayney getting the ball. It's Ellie Devlin, and they have won possession at important times from kickouts. And it's just relieved the pressure, and off goes Devlin again. They're also adept on the ball, but she's blown for overcarrying, of course, just as I said that. Oh, and they were looking to turn that over quickly and move quickly, but they're not able to because they are trying to make a substitution. And that little act has played into Castleblayney's hands nicely, because it means they can drift even more defenders back. Not sure who went off there for Westport, if anybody. 18 went on, Maeve Tunney, but I didn't see anybody go off. No, there's 15 on there, so it's okay. Oh, I see now. Way down to my right here, there's a player who was injured. I think it may have been Sheehy, and she's off the field. Westport really need at least one goal here, but look at the way Castleblayney not only work in those tight areas going forward, the way they work in them when they're in defensive positions as well. See the cup down below me. We're near the end. The presenter of the cup is Geraldine Carey, and she's got the cup and she's heading over to the presentation area. But hold on a minute, there might be a goal, and there is, and it's the substitute who went in there, Amy Carney, who's got the goal. And the Westport fans haven't had much to shout about, but now the yellow and blue flags are up, and maybe, just maybe, this game isn't over yet. They lost last year in the final. They had their hearts broken right at the end. Maybe they're trying to reverse that and do the same to Castleblayney. Well, that goal came out of nothing, really. Didn't look like they were going to find a way through, but somehow they did. Well, I was saying they need at least one goal. Now, are they going to get two? Little tug on the jersey, but the captain, Beth Hoban, driven by the hurt of losing the final last year. They don't want to lose another one. It looked, for all the world there, for about 20 minutes that they were a beaten docket. But they're still probing. There's still time. We're in the 60th minute of the game. She goes cross-field, but that one... Oh, she's got it, actually. The sub has done well. That's Heidi O'Malley. Well, the subs have made an impact. They got a goal, and they're driving forward, and this is Sarah Mulroy. If they can find another pocket of space, the fullback's up there, Alana McDonald. All hands to the pump, and that kick has gone high, and it's dangerous, you know. Is it gone over? It has gone over. They've got a point. They've got it down to 2. Now if they get a goal, they win the whole thing. Now in the first half, the referee played 11 seconds extra. He's going to need to play a little bit more if Westport are going to win. Oh, and Westport have allowed Castleblayney to get that ball very easily from the kick-out. I think the goal got a little bit excited there and didn't think to mark up, and that's given possession now, and Ellie Devlin has it, and this will eat up time, and that's crucial at this time of the game. This is Dervla Cawley. She's under pressure, and the referee says fouled. Westport can't get the ball, and that was the issue with letting Blaney get the ball so easily from the kick-out. Flanagan, she gets advantage as well. So we're now into added time, 30 seconds into it. It's hard to see Westport getting a goal. Now there were a few stoppages, but I don't think there were that many. Flanagan again. They just need to keep possession, Castleblayney, and they're very adept at that. Here goes Hughes again on one of those runs. Brilliant play from the captain, Katie McAdam, going for a goal again, and the keeper, well, she just punches that one out, which she'll say that was a pass. Oh, and again that ball has just gone astray, or has it? Great excitement. This final has finally come to life. And a foul on Grimes, says the referee. And again, she just plays it back to Cawley, and they will take all their time. Westport need to come out. Do they have the energy? They're not coming out. I don't think they have time. They need to get up the field to try and get this ball back. Oh, it's a pity this didn't happen earlier. We would have had a cracking last 10 minutes, but there's still plenty of drama right now. The referee has his whistle to his mouth. We have played 1.5 minutes extra. Cawley has the ball. Kiva Kelly has it. Westport desperately trying to get the ball back. 2-3 challenges gone in. And the third one, I think it was penalised, and a free for Castleblayney. And they are just playing keep ball, running down the clock. "62 minutes have now been played. We're in the 63rd minute of the game. Cawley. Referee looks at his watch. He has his whistle very near to his mouth, and another free. Trainer plays it in. This has been a good response from Castleblayney. They might finish with a flourish. Their subs have made a difference, and Devlin is brought down rather unceremoniously there, and she's so annoyed with herself, but it was just a sign of the desperation.
Again, just to ask all supporters at the end of the game, the presentation will be taking place in the stand, so please do not go onto the pitch. Thank you.
That's the Castleblayney fans that you can hear cheering. And no wonder. 63rd minute, nearly 64th. Kiva Kelly from Maharatloon, daughter of the manager, one of the managers, Eddie, with Kevin Nolan. Eddie's also the principal of the school, and he has a big smile on his face because his school lead again by 3, and surely time is up. No, it's not. We can still go. And Eddie puts his hands to his head. I think he thought the game was up. Is there one last chance for Westport? They need to get a goal. They've got a free. We're now in the 4th minute of added time. Well, they do have a lot of drama. The referee is going to let them have one last attack, but nearly stolen away there by McAdam. No, it wasn't McAdam, it was Devlin. Oh, and it's stolen back for Our Lady's Castleblayney by Niamh Flanagan. She's got it, gives it to McAdam. And there's still time for an attack. And Devlin, referee says play on. Flanagan. First time ever in the final. And they've won it. Our Ladies Castleblayney are the champions. The Lidl All-Ireland A final has been won by the girls from Monaghan. They took so many years just to get past Loretto Cavan. Once they got out of Ulster, there was no stopping them. It's an All-Ireland for Monaghan, and thoroughly, thoroughly deserved. A brilliant performance by them. They have done Ulster proud with the way that they have played today. Brilliant victory for the school. They were up against the team that played in the final last year, so they had so much experience. They had 10 starters from that final, and they still came through with flying colours. And they are the first Ulster winners since Loretto Cavan in 2018. And the goalkeeper away over to our left, May Murray from Sacred Heart Westport, needs to be consoled in the goal area. And a nice touch by the sub-keeper Lauren Cusick, going over to see her and say, look, you did your best, it's okay, we're still proud of you. You got to an All-Ireland A final, and we just came up against a really, really strong team today. Well, there'll be tears on both sides at the end of this. Tears of joy, tears of disappointment, because Sacred Heart Westport have lost for the 2nd year in a row in the A final. They've had a great run of it the last 3 or 4 years in Connacht and at All-Ireland level, but they haven't been able to get over the line today because they came up against a very, very good Castleblayney team. Player of the Match award will be made soon. I have no idea who it's going to be given to. I'll give you a few suggestions though, and then we'll see. Not my call. But what are the girls doing? They're all taking a rest in the sun? Well, why not? It's a hard day at the office and it's a lovely day. And they all give a lot of energy out there. Our cameraman has gone off to try and get a shot of the presentation. And some of the players are coming over now to the crowds to celebrate with people over the fence down below us. Yeah, player of the match, let me see. Well, Tara Rynaghs was great at the back. Dervla Cawley was fantastic. She was everywhere. But right up the middle, Laura Grimes, Niamh Flanagan, Hazel Hughes, Kiva Kelly were all terrific. And Alison Gilliland at 14, which she played all over the pitch. And then you've got to consider Katie McAdam. She got the goal. Yes, it was fortunate, but she still got the goal. And she scored a good point or two as well, and had a very good overall game. Now, our cameraman has nipped off, so let me just nip off for a second till I get another shot for you here.
Can we have the ladies team into the stand, please? On my right hand side, your left hand side. Up and into the stand, please. Well done, our ladies. Just keep coming up and you're up into the stand. Thank you. Well to Lady Captain. Thank you. Girls into the stand, please.
There you go. I'll do a wee bit of camera work for you there. I hope you enjoyed those few shots from the players celebrating down in front of us. We have another camera up in the stand here. So they are going to get close hopefully to the presentation, and first it will be the player of the match, and the lady making the presentation will be Geraldine Carey from the LGFA. On Facebook, Darren agrees with me. Katie McAdam certainly should be in there for a shout for a player of the match. Aoife Flanagan says her sister, Niamh Flanagan, is the GOAT. Can't disagree with that. She was terrific. Well, it's going to be hard to go past Hazel Hughes as well. How do you go for one and not the other? What a pairing they are in the middle of the field. Lots of messages coming in. There's one from Eileen McElroy. Super achievement, cheering all the way from Perth in Western Australia. Enjoy the celebrations. Thank you, Eileen. Is that the same Eileen that plays for Donamoyne? Mary Grimes says fantastic result. Well done to team and management. As does Lisa Ward, and lots of messages coming in there congratulating them as the players now go up into the stands. And the fans are all going over as well, so it's a very congested area. But our cameraman hopefully is in the middle of all that somewhere, and hopefully we'll be able to get a shot of that. I'm not sure we're picking it up just yet.
Here this afternoon, and thanks to the schools for being really joining in. You're some of the best supporters I've seen in a long time. Well done. A terrific achievement for both teams to reach an All-Ireland final. Well done, and commiserations to Westport to get two teams to All-Ireland semi-finals and one through to a final is one brilliant achievement. Well done, girls. I'd like to thank St. Rynaghs Club for being once again facilitating to us for so many matches, as without their support, very hard to find pitches that are playable. So thank you to St. Rynaghs Club. To our match officials today, but also to all the match officials and umpires who have given their time over several months to get this competition to an end. So thank you to all four provinces. Really well done, because without the help from each provinces, none of us would be here today. I would like to thank our sponsors, Lidl, for their continued support to ladies football, because we really appreciate it, and I think the teams do too, when they all get so many jerseys over the years. So thank you to Lidl. For many of you, it's your last year playing in the PPS competition, but I'm sure as soon as you head to college, the first thing you will hear about, it won't be the lecturer, it'll be about the O'Connor Cup weekend, which I'm sure many of you will be playing in come next March. So we wish you well on that. To those of you doing exams, it's time to get focused on that. But still find time to relax, and if that's down in your local club or with your county, then keep doing it. It won't interfere with the results. It'll probably make you a better player. And I do hope that come either the English or the Irish exam, there will be an essay that says, the day I reached an All-Ireland final. Because now I'd like to call first on for the player of the match, and that goes to number 8, Hazel Hughes. And I'm sure this is what you've all been waiting for. She did a good job at taking care of the match, so would she please come back and accept the cup on behalf of her school. Well done. I'm sure you have a couple of buckle ready, so away you go.
Thanks to Ladies JA and Croke Park for organising this competition for post-primary schools and for the wonderful PR there was surrounding all of the finals at the different age groups. It's great to see that Ladies JA at post-primary level is getting the profile that it deserves. Thanks to Lidl and their serious support campaign for their wonderful work in promoting ladies football across so many different levels. Thanks for the brilliant pitch, it was a lovely surface and great to play on. Also thanks to the referee and his officials for the fantastic job they did in refereeing the game. Thanks to Sacred Heart Westport for a good sporting game. They are a wonderful team with an excellent tradition of JA in their school, and I have no doubt they'll be back in the contesting finals. 3 cheers for Westport. Thanks to all our sponsors. The gear's lovely, so thank you very much. I'd like to thank our management, Mr. Kelly, Miss Kerr and Mr. Nolan. These have done so much for us all throughout this year, and I'm just so thankful for everything. Thanks so much. Lastly, thanks to the girls for the commitment, dedication and resilience and hard work from the start of the year. It's been a long but very rewarding journey, and it is great that we stand here today as All-Ireland champions.
Thank you everybody, and we wish you all a safe journey home. Mille buíochas.
Well, that was worth waiting for, wasn't it? A terrific shot there of the All-Ireland champions, our ladies Castleblayney, with the Lidl All-Ireland A trophy. Their first time in the final, and they've won it. They've got the cup, and they're going to bring it back to County Monaghan, to Castleblayney, and to the famous school that finally overcame Loretto Cavan. And as I said, when they got past them, there was absolutely no stopping them. And there was something stopping us there, unfortunately, with the shots there at the end. But we did get there in the end. A big crowd here packed into the stand, and there were difficulties in getting a shot of the presentation there. But you got the idea, and you got to see the cup lifted in the end. And there you see our close-in shots there, seeing all the emotion and all the hugs and the congratulations from families, from staff, from teammates, from all sorts of people to do with the school, and they're so delighted. And there you see, it's lovely to capture some of those shots in there in the stand. And of course it's very dark here in the stand, and very bright out there as well. It's such a typical beautiful spring day here at St. Rynaghs in Banagher for this Lidl All-Ireland final. Lots of great comments have come in congratulating the team. I'm sure the girls will enjoy going back and watching all of those, and they can watch the final as well. So what we will do is, we did record the presentation, and we'll do a few interviews as well, and we will be putting those up online across the Ladies Gaelic Football social media throughout the rest of the day to mark the brilliant achievement by the school. And as Geraldine rightly pointed out, it was a great effort by everyone in the LGFA and by the local club here as well to win this here today. And what a day indeed it has been. We were here for St Mary's Middleton winning a couple of years ago. Then Loretto, or Navan it was last year. And now it's Monaghan's day. So from all of us at St Rynaghs in Banagher, it's good afternoon.
To smash inequality in sport, fill every seat at every game and get behind the fight. Lidl, proud supporters of ladies Gaelic football.